All right, hey guys, welcome to the Pure Plumpkin podcast of Shamathy. Today we have SEANJDM on the Kizzle. Sean, say your greetings.
Oh wait, hold on. What's up?
Okay, thank you. So Sean, I have a couple questions just right off the bat. What does the JDM in your username stand for?
So the JDM stands for Japanese Domestic Market, which basically is like a car term because I've liked cars my whole life. So I figured Sean was my actual name, and then I threw the JDM in there because I like JDM cars. That's like Japanese sports cars, basically.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense than what I thought
Yeah,
it was. I thought it meant Jack and the Monkey. So I mean, I have another
no, it's a
question.
car term.
Okay, fair enough. Be honest with me. Are you gang banging?
Oh, huh?
Are you gang banging like GDK, GD even? I don't support gangs. So.
I mean, I'm not a gang member, so
Okay,
I
so you're
don't think
not
so.
So you're not gangbanging. Okay, good.
I'm
Because
not.
we're rappers. We rappers do not support gangsters up in here.
We don't support it.
Okay. So I have another question. I'm just gonna fire them. I'm gonna rapid fire them. They're gonna be rapid. All right. I
Go
have
ahead.
another question. In your bio, it says God is your everything. So are you like a Catholic, Christian, a tranny? Like what are you?
Well, I am. I mean, I do. I am. Words. Sorry, my bad.
No
Um,
worries, no worries.
I am a man of God. Yeah. I talk about it a lot in my music because I like to try and spread the word of God. Just spread positivity to everybody.
So what God though? Which one?
Just God.
Well,
Just God.
okay. So like okay. So when you were a kid, how was your home life? Like, are your parents divorced or anything like that?
No.
Oh, so it was just chill. It was just chill.
Yeah, it was chill.
Uh,
I grew up as a Catholic, and that's kind of how I stuck with it.
okay, so you're a Catholic. That was my question earlier. I asked if
Yeah.
you were a Catholic, a Christian, even a tranny. Just all kinds of things. You know what I mean? Uh,
Yeah.
okay. So, how tall are you?
Um, would you believe me if I said I'm 6'2"?
Uh, I mean, no, but so I'm 5'7" in real life. So, do you think you could take me in a fight?
Um, yeah, I could take you in a fight.
W. Okay. So I'm gonna ask you about one of your recent songs. It's actually I believe it's the same as your profile picture. I saw you dropped a song called Almighty.
Yeah.
Um, what about you is Almighty? My brother, my sister, my babe, my dad, my mom, my uncle, my cousin, my slightly uglier twin, my grandma with dementia, my dad with diarrhea, my mom with gonorrhea, my peeing spot inside of my urethra, my brother. And what about you is Almighty, Mr. Noisemaker?
Well, I would repeat what you just said to like restate it, but I think that's too much work, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. So, this tends to be like a like continuous theme in my music. Like, I always like whenever I like progress, I
Hmm.
always feel like I'm like moving on in life and like moving on from like other people. And the song Almighty is pretty much about like people that I've held on to that have like hurt me a lot in life and how I've basically gotten them out of my life and became a better person because of it, becoming almighty
Oh, so
and just
you're kind of like
just
all of a
being
tree.
and just like being the better person.
That's reasonable. That's actually
Because
a
like
lot. That's a lot better than what I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were just gonna say something
yeah,
cringy.
because like when I'm like making music like that, when it sounds like I'm talking about like oh I'm the best, I'm the higher being, like it sounds like I'm being egotistical, which I can understand like why people think that with like the terms that I use,
Right.
but when it comes to like reality, I don't actually think I'm like the best. Like I think there's always someone better than me, but I kind of use it as like a way to like I don't know, like just overcome, I guess.
I mean, okay, that's fair. I feel
Yeah.
like that was a really good question, and it wasn't meant to be.
Or another thing is like when I move on and like people, or like when I move on and like I feel like I've been doing a lot better. I feel like people could like portray me as like a narcissist or something, and that's also why I use like that kind of stuff a lot in my music. It's because people could easily portray me as that just for like doing better.
Well, I mean, that's fair enough, I guess. Um, so I have one more question.
Let's
Well, I
get it.
actually have a couple more questions. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, just throw them out. I mean, or throw them in. Like, I'm all for it.
Okay. What inspired the cover of Pyromantic or Pyromaniac? My bad. My bad.
That was actually one of my friends that drew it. Initially it was just gonna be like, um, I remember I'm gonna like do a little storytelling.
That's fine with me.
I'll do a little storytelling.
It's more
So
watch time.
when I was in a rap collective. It was like a screen rap collective called Aethernal. I think you
Okay.
remember I was a part of it.
Yeah. Totally. Totally. Totally.
Yeah. So it was like me, someone named Helvetica or Eden, used to be named Larity. Demise was in it for a while and then like left after a little bit.
Right.
ACCF is another member who was like kind of like the co-founder, I would
You're just
say.
listing
And
off
then
names I don't know.
yeah, these were all people that I was like in a group with, and we had a Russian producer named Zikuro, so he was pretty chill.
W.
But basically, um, Larity at the time, Larity is the now Helvet is their name. Commission. They actually commissioned something from Yip Yip, who's like a 3D artist, and they basically got like all our characters like as like 3D models. And I was gonna use that as the cover for Pyromaniac just because it was like okay, simple. And then I had an initial thought. I was like, what if I had one of my friends because she wanted to draw. She wanted to like draw something, and she needed like an idea.
Was it string?
It was not string.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, she just needed like a quick idea, and I was like, how about my new Roblox avatar I made? Because it was like kind of orange themed, and I figured like if I did that with like the flames around it, it would just be a cool cover art. And then she made it, and then that was the cover art.
Speaking of uh, actually, okay. Here, I'm gonna ask this first. So I saw on One Up you had Edison. How? Edison from Spider Gang. For anybody who doesn't know who that is, by the way.
Yeah. So the way it happened, I've liked Edison for a while. Like I thought his music was cool. I mean, he wasn't really my favorite Spider Game member. I would say like definitely wasn't like my number one favorite. Like oh yeah, this is like my favorite rapper of all time.
Right.
But I remember me and my brother saw him in concert with the rest of Spider Gang, and I think he was like the last guy that came on stage, and he was like really throwing on the show. Like he was like just full on like screaming on stage and everything, and he was just going crazy.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw
And
him. He was like, I'm
yeah,
just gonna say Toronto. He was like, Toronto, turn up! Like he
yeah,
screams,
like
man.
he was like he just made that concert like super lit, and me and my brother were both like a huge fan of him after it, and we were like listening to his music a bunch. Um, and I got onto his server on his Discord server, and he was selling features,
Okay.
and I was like kind of half joking about it, but I was like I should cop one. And then he replied to me. He said, "Dude, you're cool. I got you on the low."
Pimpin'.
And yeah, he reached out to me. He's like, "Dude, you serious about the future?" And I'm like, "Yeah. I mean, let's do this. Screw it."
Fair enough. Fair enough. So you mentioned
Oh wait,
Roblox.
can I
Oh,
continue?
yeah.
It's a
Continue.
long
Continue.
story.
My bad. I didn't
Um,
know. I thought you were done.
you're good. So he normally charges like 500 for a verse or like 400, and
No.
I ended up copping the future for like 325. Like he was really cool about it. I don't know if I really should have like said the pricing and everything, but it's all right.
That's whatever.
We're chill. But
If you want, I can. If you want, I can bleep it out.
nah, you're good.
All right.
But initially I actually wanted to get Goner on the track, which looking back at it, because like I was thinking about Goner because I heard he had a pretty good deal on features for like his numbers, and I was
Right.
thinking about just getting him on a track, and he was gonna be the original idea for it, and then it ended up being Edison,
Well, I
which
mean,
honestly I'm really happy about. I'm glad it was Edison.
yeah. I was gonna say honestly, Edison's a better choice than gonorrhea because I have absolutely no idea who that goober is. So for Almighty, this is a trend I've noticed, by the way. So for the cover of Almighty, you made it a girl, and I've noticed this trend on your covers, like I said,
Yeah,
being women, specifically anime women, and sometimes Roblox, like you wear skirts on Roblox. So are you gay? Like I'm not asking to be offensive or anything. I'm just like
I am
curious.
fully offended now. Play. No, I'm actually straight as can be.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess
I
that's
like
fair enough.
the I can confuse people with that, but no,
So
I
are you
get
like quirky, like Cardi kind of deal?
I guess so. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm the most zesty straight man you can think of.
Heck yes, my brother. So why do you play so much Roblox? Like are you on that age regression wave? Like your mentality's 6 and all that shizzle my nizzle?
Honestly, it started with me and my brother during like COVID. Um, and I just started like me. It was like this when we were like home all the time, and initially I was like mostly an Xbox player, and me and my brother just started like picking up Roblox and just like finding games on it, and it just ended up being like our game.
Okay, fair enough. I have one. This is my last question. All right. I
Yeah.
told you this would be a pretty short interview. I mean, it's only been like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Do you eat your own goo from your trick sleeve? Like your wandering guck, your creeping sludge.
Oh,
Do you eat your
I'm
own
a,
trick hole goo?
I'm gonna need like an explanation. I'm gonna need context.
Your trick sleeve. The guck. The
What?
creeping sludge.
I'm so confused.
Some might even call it the gobbledygook. Do you
Um,
eat?
do I eat? I mean, I do eat.
No. Like, do you eat that? Do you eat your own? Do you eat your own goo?
I don't know what that means. You need to speak my
Anyways,
language.
Sean. So what would you like to say to Hold on, give me a second. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Because I've already used white America and black America. What would you like to say to the women of America?
They're pretty cool. They're pretty chill. That's about it. Like they're pretty chill.
No advice. Just
My personal advice, just like just be you.
hell yes,
Just
brother.
just be chill. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Okay, guys.
yeah.
That's the end of the interview. Sean, it's clear Sean eats his goo out of his own trick sleeve, his wandering guck, and his creeping sludge. On top of that, JDM means Jack and the Monkey. See you guys later.
That's crazy.